Hello and welcome to this fascinating world of the microbiome. I'm Dr. Jyoti, a practicing gynecologist, deeply interested in this topic of the microbiome. And I am really fascinated by learning how these bacterial allies interact with our physiology and the profound impact it has on our health and well being. So, in this first episode of the series on microbiome, I will explore how these bacteria, who were once considered our adversaries and agents of ill health, are now recognized as our allies. So, when we reflect on human longevity, we have seen a remarkable shift. From the Stone Age to 1860s, spanning thousands of years, the lifespan has increased only marginally by about 10 to 15 years. But in the past 160 years, we have seen that the lifespan has already almost doubled from 40 years to 80 years. This transformation was driven by advances in medicine and technology, but it brings along with it a profound paradox. Alongside this extended human longevity, there is a surge in chronic diseases, which is a direct result of our changing lifestyle. So, though we are living longer, many of us spend our final decades grappling with debilitating conditions. Alarmingly, these chronic diseases are not confined to the elderly. Younger, more and more young people increasingly are coming with metabolic disorders like diabetes, hypertension, and heart problems. And as obstetricians, we are also facing a large surge in conditions like gestational diabetes and obesity. It is a puzzling paradox. The very medications like antibiotics that once helped us to conquer infectious diseases are now contributing to our vulnerability to infections like COVID 19 by triggering these comorbid conditions. In the past, many believed that our genes held the key to solving numerous health problems. The idea was that by mapping our genes and identifying those responsible for specific diseases, we could develop treatments for a wide range of ailments. This belief sparked the inception of the Human Genome Project. And from 1990 to 2003, the Human Genome Project accomplished the monumental task of decoding the blueprint of human genome as well as that of various other commonly studied lab organisms. They found that a fruit fly has around 13,000 genes, a roundworm has around 19,000 genes, a mouse has 25,000 genes, and the rice plant has 38,000 genes. So, naturally, scientists anticipated that humans would possess a significant number of protein coding genes, possibly ranging from 1 lakh to 1 lakh 40,000. However, the groundbreaking discovery emerged that humans actually have fewer than 25,000 genes, that is, fewer than that of a mouse. So, this revelation was surprising considering the intricate complexity observed within the human body when compared to these smaller organisms. Discovering that humans have fewer genes than expected, scientists realized how important microorganisms are in our bodies. In response, the US National Institute of Health launched the Human Microbiome Project in 2007. So, for thousands of years, humans and microbes have lived together in this complex symbiotic relationship. We provide them with food and a home, and they play essential roles in our bodies, creating a mutually beneficial bond. However, modern life has disrupted this delicate balance, leading to many health problems. And this imbalance has sparked a growing interest in the microbiome, with pharmaceutical companies flooding the market with probiotics. And so now we have this concept of the superorganism. The human body is actually a walking, talking ecosystem. So we have around 30 trillion human cells, whereas there are 39 trillion microorganisms. This means that in terms of cell count, we are only 43% human. Even more fascinating is that the microbiome, with its 23 million genes, far surpasses our 23,000 human genes by a factor of 100. That is, we have 100 times more microbial genes than our own genes. And these microbial genes play a huge role in shaping the proteins and metabolites that influence our metabolism, our immunity, and many other bodily functions. So, while we share about 99% of our genes with other humans, we only share about 10% of our genes with our microbiome, making our microbial community as unique as a fingerprint. And despite our incredible complexity, we share a surprising amount of genetic code with other creatures. We are 99% similar to chimpanzees, 90% similar to cats, 80% to cows, and even 60% to bananas and fruit flies. Just imagine. Most fascinating thing is that we are 94% similar to dogs. It's almost funny to think that we are only 6% different from our furry friends genetically. Now, you might wonder how we can be so different from these animals with such a small genetic gap. That's where our microbial friends come in. They handle many complex tasks for us, allowing us to thrive as a complex organism with relatively few genes of our own. It's an incredible partnership that shows the beauty of life's diversity and interconnectedness. The gut microbiome plays a critical role in maintaining overall health by communicating with various organs through intricate pathways known as axes. So there are the different axes like the gut brain axis, the gut lung axis, the gut skin axis, and so on. Gut microbes produce substances that shape immune responses, affecting our susceptibility to autoimmune diseases and chronic inflammation. The neuroendocrine axis involves communication with the brain through nerves, mainly the vagus nerve, and hormones, influencing mood, cognition, and conditions like Parkinson's and depression when disrupted. Metabolically, the gut microbiome helps digest the food and produce substances like short chain fatty acids, which impacts the energy balance and diseases such as obesity and diabetes. The gut liver axis affects liver function and detoxification, while the gut lung axis influences respiratory health, linking dysbiosis to conditions like asthma and COPD. Imbalances in the gut microbiome can disrupt these vital communications, contributing to a spectrum of chronic diseases from metabolic disorders and cardiovascular issues to autoimmune conditions and cancers. Understanding and managing the gut microbiome's role could lead to transformative advances in healthcare, offering new avenues for treatment and prevention. As we conclude this video, it's clear we have just scratched the surface of the vast and fascinating world of the microbiome. So stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the microbiome. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss an update. Thank you.